Now, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our MC for this evening. Mert Price is a reporter with WRTV Channel 6 who is our media sponsor for this year. He is a young man that is phenomenal in stature and in his reporting duties. But I have to say this about him, and if I had known this at the time, I'm sorry to say I would not have asked him to be the MC this evening, but you're so busy doing so much that every now and then something gets by you. But I just learned tonight that he is a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. And of course, you know I'm an alpha, so that's a real conflict. And we joke like that all the time. But without any further ado, I want to bring to the stage my friend and a friend to this community, Mert Price, reporter for WRTV Channel 6.
Well, I want to say thank you very much to Matt, and all I can say about that is a lot of people are called, but few are chosen. Good evening, welcome to the first lecture event of the Steward and Associates 2011 and 2012 lecture series season. My name is Mert Price and I'm happy to serve as your MC for this evening's events. It is a pleasure to serve for the first time as an MC for a Steward and Associates event, and I'm excited to do so, welcoming such a dynamic speaker to kick off the series. I remember when our community affairs director first told me about, well, she first sent out the email and she let us know was there anybody that wanted to do it, and when I found out it was Miss Brown, I was like, yes, I want to be able to do it. So she was coming to the newsroom, I was walking out of the newsroom and I found it and I was like, yes, put me down, I want to do it. So I'm excited to be here to be the MC. Before we continue with this evening's agenda, as always, allow me to share the following housekeeping notes for those who are making their first visit to Steward and Associates function. Please be aware that we encourage audience participation and input. Your input is essential to this series as it helps us create events that are not only entertaining but informative. We ask all the guests to please fill out evaluation forms at the conclusion of this evening's activity. Our hosts and volunteers will collect these forms. Now, additionally, we are relying on our audience to pose relevant, engaging questions to Ms. Brown during our question and answer period, which will take place following the lecture. Our hosts have index cards available. We simply ask that you write the questions down and our hosts will collect these prior to and during the question and answer period. If you need a card, all you have to do is just raise your hand and our hosts will bring one to you. Also, there are 2 floor mics available in the center aisle. If you would like to pose a brief question to Ms. Brown directly, we ask that you line up in an orderly fashion behind each mic. Finally, I would also like to take a moment to talk about the ways that you can continue to show the support that we rely on to sustain these events. The Steward and Associates Speaker Series is well established as one of the premier lecture series engagement in our region. As we have brought more than 100 speakers to our great city to inform, educate, entertain, and inspire, we conduct these events not only by the gracious contributions of our sponsors, but through individuals like you. Your support for tonight's event is indicative that you support this event. Now, we also ask that you take a comment and take a step further, take a commitment and take a step further and join us as season ticket holders if you have not already done so. VIP season memberships include access to dinner and receptions and opportunities to directly engage our speakers. This season's events continue in 2012 with a dinner and reception and lecture featuring not only notable chefs, celebrity Jeff Henderson, educator and author Dr. Steve Perry, and concludes with social commentator and activist Jeff Johnson. The membership package also includes reserved seating and the opportunity to take a photo with each speaker during the dinner or reception at no additional cost. If a seasoned VIP membership is not in your budget at this time, there are several opportunities to assist, which we greatly appreciate. Volunteers are continually needed to serve as hosts to help us get the word out or to take part in educational events such as our school visits or our annual Dr. Martin Luther King essay contest. If you have the time, talent, and interest in helping support these events as a volunteer, please respond on your comment cards, evaluation form, or post a message on any of our social networking sites, Twitter, Facebook, or via our website, www.steward+speakers.com. Also, as a part of our new community service project, the Steward and Associate Speaker Series is encouraging each of our attendees to bring their old cell phones to help empower victims of domestic violence. These phones will be donated to domestic violence centers to aid in their efforts to provide resources to protect these individuals. Lastly, Expressions Bookstore has provided copies of Attorney Brown's book, A Piece of Cake, which are available in the lobby for $15. Attorney Brown will be signing books at the conclusion of tonight's lecture. Now, with all of those housekeeping notes out of the way, on to this evening's event. We remain humbled to receive the support of a phenomenal group of sponsors that help make the Steward and Associate Speaker Series the best around. At this time, please indulge me as I welcome the sponsor that has made this event at tonight's venue possible, Dr. Terry Whitt-Bailey, President and CEO of the Madam Walker Theater.
Thank you and good evening. You know, I used to think that Matt Stewart really liked me, and now I know why. It's because my husband, my brother, and my father are all alphas. And I thought it was me, but it was them. Well, you know, I have a housekeeping note that I would like to make, and it's with regard to your cell phones. You think I'm going to tell you to turn them off. I actually want to ask you to turn it on. If you have Twitter, I want you to go to Twitter right now and do what I just did when I was sitting down. On my Twitter account, I wrote, attending Steward and Associates presentation featuring attorney Cupcake Brown at Walker Theater. So, go ahead and do that. You have my permission. And then when you're done doing that, guess what I want you to do? Turn it off. Or if you hear something that's really engaging, something that you want to tweet that really touches your heart, go ahead and tweet it. We want people to know what's going on here at the Walker Theater, especially this evening with Cupcake, our attorney Cupcake Brown. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Madam Walker Theater Center, and I believe I did see Shannon Williams here this evening. There she is. Let's give a hand to Shannon Williams, who serves on the Board of Directors. And if there are others that are here, I can't see you, but we do honor our board. We honor our staff who has assisted this evening in preparing for what is going to be a wonderful presentation. I also want to make sure that we recognize others who are in attendance. I do know that our candidate for mayor, Melina Kennedy, was here and joined us at the reception. She brings greetings to you. I also want to make sure that I recognize Leroy Robinson, who is the candidate for city council at large. He is here in the audience, and we want to make sure that we recognize him. And it's always important to make sure if there are any other political individuals that are in the audience, that we recognize you at this time. If you were here, would you please stand and be recognized? If there are any people in the house that are planning to vote on Tuesday, would you please wave your hand? Oh, that was a picture. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And I know that's not why I'm up here. So I need to keep moving on. This time next week, I'm just so excited because, you know, Shannon, I sent you a note on your voicemail because I was so excited to see today's Indianapolis Recorder. There's a photograph of next week's concert, Dance Theater of Harlem. So I want to make sure that you come back here next Thursday to see a ballet company on this stage. Please come out and support them.